Hidden Object Guru here
Along with the Gun Wrangler.
for more Sniper Zombie, Nazi Zombie Armor Sniper Elite 2. Nazi Zombie Army Sniper Elite 2. Yes, that's right. I remember the name of this game. A game I genuinely enjoy. Maybe even as much as I enjoy, what do you call it? Sniper Elite 2, the main game. This level, for example, in Sniper Elite 2, the main game, is one of my favorite levels. You go underground in a V2 rocket factory, and have to wait for machinery to make enough noise to. There we go. To distract people so you can shoot them silently. It's a very good level, in a very good game. I can't say enough good things about Sniper Elite 2. The only bad thing I have to say about it is that it's not Sniper Elite 3. The only bad thing I have to say about Sniper Elite 3 is, yes, it's not Sniper Elite 4. Hell, damn. I'll even play Sniper Ghost Warrior games, because, why would you not?
Whoa.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
very good, but there we go. We're not here to talk about Sniper Elite, though. We're here to
We are
talk about a
here.
little thing called the Expanse.
We've entered Season 2 at long last in a rush to get caught up before the Season 3 premiere on the 11th.
Yeah, it's getting close, and I can't wait. Especially after seeing this past episode. Oh my god. We're going to be talking the first 3 episodes of Season 2. News Part 1. It turns out a mega dose of hard radiation, not as bad as you thought it was.
Oh, they got future medicine.
They got good medicine in the future. Although they also try to downplay it by only talk about the main risk of it is cancer, and I'm like, no, the main risk of mega doses of hard radiation is less cancer and more,
Death.
destroying all of your bone marrow simultaneously and making all of your organs rot in a very short amount of time. Cancer, bad. Having no bone marrow to make red blood cells, considerably worse. So yeah, I'm not saying that I'm not letting them get away with it. Obviously, you can't kill off 2 of your main characters so abruptly, unless the show was in fact ending with that episode. But yeah, it was, given the dire circumstance they are in the last 2 episodes. Like, the unbelievably dire circumstance they're in. Seeing them up and walking around just right away in the start of Season 2 is very jarring.
I mean, they are walking around, but it's more of a hobble or
Yes,
a limp.
they do spend a good half of that first episode wobbling a little. But you have to admit, they're back on their feet relatively quickly. Now, again, I understand why that is, but, it's the one thing I wasn't completely sold on. Even though I understand why, given the pace of the show, you can't... Oh, now they're going to spend 3 months in a hospital, and then we're going to get back to the plot.
Oops.
Yeah, I do that literally all the time, because I always think F is activate.
Yes.
It's E that's activate, and F is grenade. Yeah, you're not the only one who does that, believe you me. But yeah, I understand that, so that is I've gotten my one nitpicky criticism out of the way first, right? Now let's get on to the big deal. Whew! So it was aliens. I thought machine intelligence, but aliens is even better. And the thing is it really aliens or is it something somebody invented? I don't know, but we are told in these 3 episodes that they found aliens and they're trying to cultivate alien life to better research it and see what advantages it can provide humanity. Whew!
It's not quite that clean cut.
No. It's just. But the story we do get is they found a molecule. They found this evidence of extrasolar life on one of these moons. And they decided to cultivate it and let it live and let it grow to see how it could, bond with or alter humans, is basically what they have explained the show to be so far. I don't know where it's going to go from here. I don't know if that's the whole story, but that is what we're told is happening.
Well,
by the doctor just before he gets shot in the face.
oh yes, because they do have the invasion of Thoth Station, don't they?
Yeah.
Which is
Uh,
another great space battle.
oh my
Phenomenal.
god! I was like, I mean, is it the Donager battle? No, but that space battle was fantastic.
Yep.
That looked amazing. Just weaving in and out between the rings of the station and seeing the ships using the the point defense cannons on each other.
Yep. And I also
Oof.
particularly like Amos being like, "So, do you have any way to cure
That was the first
sociopathy? Just
aw
asking for a
moment. The
friend."
first no, the first aw moment from Amos in the entire series is, "Hey, they haven't cured sociopathy, have they? No. Okay. Well, here we
Oh,
are."
yep. Um,
That's more what do you call it? Heartwarming character moment from Amos than I was expecting.
yeah.
And
There's
Amos,
also,
I gotta say, once again, being a pretty reasonable guy with Tom Jane.
yep. Like,
He's like, I'm sorry I had to kill your friend, but he was gonna leave you behind, and he was gonna leave the captain behind, and that was not an option.
yeah, that was less cool. I understand that you're mad. If you want to
You
throw
want to make
down,
this
then
a
let's
thing?
do this.
I'm here. And Tom Jane, being an idiot, does in fact want to immediately make it a thing. Oh my god, how nice was that?
Yeah.
Like, you understand you're just recovering from full body cancer, right?
Yeah.
You're
Like
recovering from...
cancer of the everything.
Yes, exactly. Your eyelashes had cancer, buddy, and you just decided to pick a fight with the Marine on board, a guy
No,
you
not the
couldn't
Marine on board.
Yeah,
With the murder machine.
yes, with the military guy on board who you couldn't take on your best day, which this absolutely is not. Oh my god, I did not know we were about to be
Swarmed.
zombified. All right, I'm just gonna whip a grenade in there to get this started.
I laid down some trip mines.
Okay, good. There we go. Apparently that was a 14 for 1 zombie kill,
Wow.
which that's a lot of zombies. Oh my god. That is so many zombies. All right, I'm gonna just zombie up these guys with another grenade, and then we'll be good. 5 for 1 that time. All right, now I can afford to start sniping. I gotta say, zombies, when they have to come down a hallway, not that much of a threat. But yeah, but you're right. He is a guy who loves murder. Well, no, he doesn't love murder so much as he's very good at it.
Yeah, he's got a natural talent for violence.
Yeah, he's very, very adept at killing, and that's why we love him. He's a troubled character, that Amos. And
Well, we also had a fun fact. We had a major character from, I'd say, season 4 appear, possibly
really?
season 5.
Okay, well, should I ask? Because I was so happy to see the water thief back again. When a guy the last time you see him is drifting through space.
Oh
like,
dear.
I'm like, oh, is he gonna be okay? I know I was told to keep an eye on him because remember him for later, but is this the only reason I was supposed to remember him for later? But no, he's back again. It was so nice, such a good scene. Him on the him getting shot with knockout rounds in his helmet, and like,
Yeah,
oh my
there were.
god, did they show up just to kill him off? No, he's fine. It's okay. He's fine.
Well, that's the thing, because you figure out in this episode that these guys are basically prison guards. They don't
I
they
know.
don't really have any lethal munitions.
No, because why would they? All of the guys in the station are way too important to kill.
Yeah.
Which that was nice. Oh
We
my
got introduced
god.
to our good friend Prax,
Oh, is he another?
the Asian dude.
Oh, the Asian dude. Yes. Okay. Yes, that was nice. But what I really liked was what do you call it? This scene where I got so confused because, oh god damn it, I've got to stop throwing grenades. Thank God the
I'd
grenades
really
don't hurt
appreciate
us on
that.
this difficulty, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, what really confused me when I was watching it, right, was so in the first episode they try to blow her up, right? The OPA tries to blow her up. The Black Rain or Black Sky, what was it? That
Yeah,
faction,
yeah.
Black Sky tries to blow her up and fails, luckily, because they get word that it's coming, which you know, whew. And then Fred is nice enough to kill that guy because he was screwing up their chances for peace. And honestly, that guy was just making trouble.
That's one of those things. Like I said, the OPA is not homogenous.
Oh no, absolutely. It's clear that they make it 100% clear in that scene. And like you were absolutely right that the minute season 2 started, they fixed all of my they answered all of my questions about the OPA.
Yeah.
Right at the start of season 2, which was very smart on their parts because I was baffled. But anyway, in the start of season 2, right? So I watched season 2, episode 2, and there's a previously on the Expanse. And in the previously on Expanse, they show a scene where she asks her spy master to get a message to Fred.
Yeah.
And he's like, "That's treason, BT dubs." And she's like, "I don't care. It has to be done." Maybe I should have had you set up Sniper Overwatch before I started opening the door. There
Probably would have been advisable.
On the other side. Yeah, there's a ton of zombies. One of whom was saluting, which was nice.
Quaint.
It was a very, very weird thing for him to do. I keep expecting there to be a suicider zombie, but there haven't been a lot yet. Wow, 3 for 1. But yeah, the weird part is, I swear that scene didn't happen in the first episode.
It did.
It did. Okay, I guess I just missed it somehow. Yeah. Was it that short a scene? I just blinked and I missed it.
Yeah, it's directly. Yeah,
it's right
if you watch
explosion?
something at 2 times speed.
Okay.
Because it's right after her attempted assassination.
Okay, I don't know how I missed it because you know it was it's obviously a scene that needed to be there.
Yes.
But I did not see it, and the politics stuff. Now that they're really getting into it this year, oh my god! Yeah. All of the politics of Mars versus Earth, which we only got glimpses of last time. It's all. Oh god! Apparently there was a zombie behind us. How? Oh right, they can teleport in, can't they? Oh no, wait. Only zombies can. Only skeletons can teleport in. I don't know where these guys are coming from. But all of the Earth versus Mars stuff was fantastic.
We got introduced to Bobby, who's amazing.
Yes. I like the whole Mars crew. I like that they're following this whole set of new characters for this season. Like they really opened up the world in the same way that Game of Thrones did, but of course here it's to greater ends than on the Game of Thrones TV show.
Yeah.
I assume these Martian characters are going to continue being important. And, just the creepy idea of how much they're all itching to invade Earth.
Yep. Well,
we also got a lesson about why the Martians are so pissed off at Earth.
Yeah.
Which I had been wondering about. And I gotta say, now that I find out why they're pissed off at Earth, yeah, they have every right to be pissed off at Earth.
Yeah, there's also, in the books, Bobby is like 7 feet tall.
Really?
She's a brute.
Oh, that would have been nice. But I understand why they can't do that.
Because...
She grew up on low gravity, or, like, is that why she's
she
so
grew
tall?
up on, like, partial gravity.
Okay.
So, you know, she grew taller, and... Of course, being in low gravity, they're just gonna pump her full of steroids.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So
and throughout the books
monster.
and the novellas, yeah, she's big for a Martian.
Yeah. And she now I understand more why she's pissed off all the time if she's pumped full of steroids.
Well, no, that was like in her youth.
No, I understand.
You need a regimen of steroids
just
early
to
on, or else you end
correctly.
up like a belter.
Yeah, you end up develop muscles and bones correctly. No, they've made it clear why you need to get drugged up, but she's got an attitude, which now that we find out that Earth almost wiped out Mars, you're like, okay, I understand why they have attitudes.
Yep.
They almost wiped out Mars because they were so pissed about Martian independence.
Yep.
And as they said, the terraforming project got pushed back 100 years so they could build the most powerful military in the history of humanity.
Oh yeah, because oh Jesus,
Yeah,
where'd you come
that
from?
was a twist. No, and I mean I get the priority. I understand why they had to do it, but oh, those poor Martians.
Yeah, and like that's one of the reasons why I'm always generally fairly supportive of Mars,
Yeah,
because they just want to build a new garden. They just want to
yeah,
be left alone and handle their business.
yeah.
That's it.
And let's not forget the Earth people are such assholes. Oh my God! Why the watching him being told you gotta blow up the station, come up with an excuse to blow up the station. That was a nice reveal, and
Yep.
then ooh, just watching him manipulate them into doing it, getting that guy thrown out as fleet admiral. And I know this is probably what's actually going to happen, but I do kind of wish that in fiction they hadn't just adopted all naval things to describe the Space Force.
Hmm.
Like, I know that it's a trope in all fiction, and maybe when we start having to quote President Trump, Space Force, they're just going to use all naval terms. But I kind of wish they had come up with their
Ah,
own
surprise
terms.
skeleton.
We got them.
Yep.
I kind of wish they had come up with their own terms, you know? And of course, especially because when you watch something like Stargate, right? And you find out that all of the space people, right? All of the space things, just like in the real world, all of the space things in Stargate come out of the Air Force, not out of the Navy. So it's weird that at some point they just all decide to adopt naval terms. And that is, I know, the silliest
I
thing
think
in the
we're
world
going
to
the wrong
nitpick.
way.
Are we?
Yep. We
Oh,
have to
this
go
is the way
back
we
this
came
way.
from. You're right. Yeah, we just opened the door over there. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's the silliest thing to nitpick about, but it's always bothered me a little that they're like, oh well, they're kind of like boats in space, and I'm like, you know that thinking of spaceships as boats is like the cornerstone of soft sci-fi, right?
Well, there's also the fact that it's kind of in the name.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yes. All right. You make a strong point. No, it's just funny because I've noticed that if you want to understand the difference between hard sci-fi and soft sci-fi is, in a soft sci-fi, could this be a story about people traveling on boats to different islands in an archipelago? If the answer is yes, then it's not hard sci-fi. And that is why Star Trek is soft sci-fi. Because,
Uh-oh.
I mean, oh wow, that was rough.
Yeah.
Because it's
Anyways.
literally a world where the planets are all so close together that you can watch like solar flares being fired and hitting 4 different planets right in the sky above your head. Like, really? It's one hell of a system if the planets are all that close together. And why didn't they blow up the planet you were on if they were all that close together?
Well, it's Discovery. It's the worst thing to happen to Star Trek since Cass.
Ouch! Ooh. Cass. That's a rough one though.
I know it's a low blow, but it
That's
needs
a
to be
very
said.
low blow. But yeah, the scene in the whole raid on the facility was great, and just the arrogance of them. They didn't think they were in any danger. They had a stealth ship right there.
Well, that's just it. The stealth ship, and they had a railgun.
Yeah, they assumed they were fine.
Well,
But,
they're in the middle of nowhere.
yeah.
They're relying on it being just absolutely remote.
Yeah, being an abandoned station. But nope, no, we saw them coming. Although they didn't. I gotta say, it's possible they should have been a little more wary, because one ship did escape from Eero Station, but I understand why they didn't think that ship that escaped from Eero Station had a lock on them, especially since it didn't come after them right away or anything like that.
Oh, that and it looked like a gas freighter.
It did, yeah. Oh no, it didn't look like a gas freighter. They specifically tore off all of the gas freighter pieces to escape, because remember, after Amos shot the guy in the head, they didn't have the override code, so the only way to get out of the docking clamps was to shed all of the parts of the ship that made it look like a gas freighter.
All right.
So they did know it was a Martian gunship. But I mean, that's not a complaint. That's just an observation. Yeah. No, I mean, I'm not going to criticize. Well, although, hey, I'm remembering little details of things that happen in episodes now, so that's good.
Yep.
I'm paying closer attention. Although not that that's a hardship when you're dealing with a show like this.
Yep.
Hey, we made it outside. I mean, there's definitely going to be some snipers around, so keep your eyes on the horizon.
Oh yeah, I've already spotted one.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep. See
Nice
him?
work. I do. Oh yeah, there he is. Wow. Yeah, I cannot get a line on him through the fog, so I'm just going to run for cover. But yeah, we got lots more with Jules Pierre Meow? No.
Mao.
Thank you. Yes, he's not a cat. His name is
Yes.
not Meow. Although, I gotta say, I have played a bunch of cat recently where they have played up the Mao Meow thing. So, there you go. I think that's why I'm doing it.
That explains so much about your personal politics.
It really does, doesn't it?
You do love Mao and
kittens. So,
communism.
Oh, absolutely.
So in terms of what's happened, we already got a lot. We haven't gotten to any of the main season triggers yet.
Really? I thought I thought them taking on the entire station was going to be a big plot mover this year, but maybe not.
Okay. Well, what? There's one other major event that's supposed to happen that sets off everything.
Oh, okay. Now I can't
I'm
wait
pretty
to see what it
sure.
is.
I forget which episode it's in, so it might be that you're just not far enough ahead.
Yeah. And what you should do is you should read the synopsises of episodes 4 through 6 while I'm off watching them, just so so you remember exactly which episodes. Because I got to say, it's very dense this year.
Well, part of the problem is I also just marathon it. Like, I'll be like,
Yeah, so
okay,
it all
well, I
runs
need to watch
together.
3 episodes. 6 hours later, it's 3 in the morning. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's a very dense show, and if you watch it all together, it has the pacing where
To just
it all
run together.
well, no, yeah, it all becomes just one story. Like, these are not shows where these are not episodes where it is all broken up into specific incidents and like, this is the episode where they go to Space Vegas, and this is the episode where they meet space cats or anything like that. Like, it's not Battlestar Galactica. There's not these easily definable, here's what happened in that episode. It's this continuing plot where everything gets set up and everything moves on.
I'm just going to set down a landmine, so let's
that's
just
probably
back up
for
a
the
little
best.
bit.
We are getting swarmed pretty hardcore.
Yep.
No, and what?
So just step back.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, hey, I'm right at the stairs. Nice. I'll just get up into the shooting place and sorry.
There we go.
I'll get up here. You shoot from the staircase. Let's finish these guys off. Hey, he took out his leg while you're shooting his friend's head. I love it when that happens. Perfect. That went surprisingly well.
Yep.
Oh god, there's a severed arm holding onto the track changer.
How quaint.
Oh, it's so creepy. Yeah. But I think that's the thing that I take away most from the show. That's the thing that impresses me most from the show is how dense the show is. How much content there is packed into every single episode. Like, there's so much incident. There's so many twists and turns every week. Like, we're constantly learning big new things, and they cannot take it can't slow down for a second. I keep wondering, are we ever going to get a breather? Like, is there ever going to be a downtime episode where we just get to stretch our legs? Okay, I guess not.
Short answer, no. And there's
Short
plenty of
answer,
guys
no.
behind us.
Ugh.
So, one of my big things is I do love Bobby. Bobby is probably one of my favorite characters, both in the books and on the show.
Okay. I'm not surprised.
As
you
awful
wanna
as it
talk
sounds.
Fantastic character introduction. Oh my god. But anyway, as awful as it sounds.
I really ship her and her and Amos.
Really?
Yep.
What? I mean, I'm just trying to wrap my head around those two. Okay,
Oh,
I mean, I can see it. That's kind of hilarious, though.
I know that's not how it ends up.
Okay, well, yeah, but that's what you wanted to have happen? Just because you got these two monsters?
Well, their personalities are, shall we say, well suited for one another,
They are
as is
they are
their
compatible.
capacity for violence.
Oh my god. Oh, yeah, the line in there that tells you all you need to know about Mars is that Martians always train in full Earth gravity.
Yep.
Like their whole lives are spent getting ready for the inevitable war with Earth that they've been expecting for all of these years. Hey, I actually found some Nazi Army gold. Nice. For once, I'm the person grabbing it. Yeah, it's such a good takeaway because that's one of those moments where in one line you completely get all you need to know about the Martian mindset and what's like underpinning Bobby and the other characters. Like, because these are people who have spent their whole lives waiting for a war that might never happen. Because on
Yes,
the other
like
side, it's like you got the captain saying, our whole job is making sure we never go to war. And she's like, I beg to differ.
yeah, her basic response is, "Go fuck yourself."
It's like, that is not what not going to war is not what I've been training for my entire life.
Well, because part of it, you have to remember, they grew up knowing that Earth wanted to destroy them, and very nearly did.
Yeah. Almost did. And we finally got the full story of what I already knew was going on with Fred, which is, of course he didn't know they were trying to surrender.
Yep.
Of course he didn't know. There's no other reason he would be... Like, they play it like it's a bit of a revelation, but I'm like, come on, why else would he switch over to OPA?
Do you actually want to know the story?
Oh, well, no, I'm going to read that short story. Sorry, no, I'll read that novella after I'm done watching the show. Because you told me there's a whole novella about the Anderson Station rebellion,
Yeah, it's called
right?
specifically The Butcher of Anderson Station.
Oh, okay, so that makes it easier. I'll go ahead and read that. I don't mind at all. Like I'm sure it'll just be an hour or two read, right? It's like, what, 200 pages or something?
Yeah, it's pretty short.
Okay, there you go. So
It
yeah,
is.
I'll just blast through that.
Yeah, that's what I did. I did in like a day. I just sat there and read.
Yeah, it's I'm definitely sure it's going to be worth it because
Oh,
just the little
right.
glimpses of it and knowing what Fred was up to is going to be completely worth it. It's the elegance, the speed of getting this stuff across. Of like they're so confident about what the conflicts are and who these characters are, and they found ways to get it in there really quickly.
You realize this is all set up and that the main
Action
conflict
of the-
hasn't started.
Oh no, of course, yeah, because I assumed it was going to follow a similar trajectory to season 1, where we're not really going to find out what's going on until halfway through the season.
Oh no, you'll know exactly what's going on.
Very
I think it's
soon?
next episode or the episode after.
Oh. All right.
Uh-oh.
Well, now I really can't wait. So, but
It-
then again, halfway through the season, because you're talking about episode.
You won't really have
4
any context for it.
But I'll see the pieces being moved into place.
Yeah, part of the problem with this game is, or sorry, this TV series and the books is there's a lot of moving parts.
Oh yeah. That I've already noticed. Like, there's so many characters to keep track of.
Agendas.
So many agendas. Well, then that's the thing. Everybody wants their own things. You know, everyone has their own desires. Everyone has their own priorities. And that's what makes it so impressive. It's like it's giving respect and time to all of these characters. You know, like nobody is just there to serve the plot's needs. They all want things. Which, you know, that's the sign of great writing. You know? Because you've managed to create this situation where all of these characters are coming in conflict for a very good reason.
Here, hold up. Do we have any subguns around?
I just dropped a Blasiskowa on the ground. I took the MP44, because, you know, MP44.
All right, well, my shotgun's out of ammo, so
Oh, there's no extra ammo here?
not for the shotgun.
There's no secondary ammo? I thought there was a secondary case. Oh, no, I guess there's not. Huh. That's weird. I always thought there was a secondary ammo case. It's very strange.
All right, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 mags for this thing. I
Oh,
can work
okay.
with that.
Yeah, you're fine. Ah. But yeah, like, everyone... It's good writing because everyone is a well-established character who you see where they're coming from, you know why they want what they want, and, you know, it naturally breeds conflict between the various characters in a very interesting way.
I also particularly like how, like, you can't just boil it down to say the Martians only want war.
No, of course not.
Or the OPA only wants independence.
Yeah. Nope. Because they, what do you call it? The Martians, some of them want war. Some of them want to be left alone. Some of them just,
Want to terraform
honestly,
their planet.
Some of them just want to terraform their planet. Some of them just want to, you know, mess up Earth.
Some people on Earth just want to be, like, in total control over everything all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And some of them are
Yeah.
just trying to prevent a massive apocalyptic war.
Ow.
What did you do?
I threw a grenade and I was surrounded by guys. If you want to just shoot these guys who are on top of me and then rescue me, that would be fantastic. There's only 2 guys left and they're about to kill me.
Working on it.
Oh, this is bad. Thank you. Yeah, more guys showed up. And they knocked me down so I can't shoot the
Hey, how do I
pistol at them
rescue you?
anymore.
Oh,
I think there's an E button. Probably just press the E. Yeah, there we go. Boom! And that's why you keep the HOGuru handy. It's a very powerful pistol. Yeah, but everyone, again, sub-factions is the important thing. Like, there's no monolithic belief system in any of these organizations. And then you've got, in addition to that, you've got the people whose priority is mad science.
yeah,
Mad
there's a bit of a
science
there's a mad science issue here.
A mad science, and you know, maybe you can say, you know, beliefs heartily as the main doctor did in the potential for rapid evolution of the human race.
Well, that's
Now?
just it, because no one quite knows what the proto-molecule is
do.
or does.
Yeah,
Like, they know,
And-
it really fucks people up, so
Yep.
we can use it as a weapon.
yeah, but then again, it also clearly shows signs of its own intelligence. All right, I put down some landmines. Get ready to defend this walkway. Hopefully, we can keep the landmines from going off until we actually have the.
I'll lay
you
down
call
the
it?
tripwire.
Okay. Until the guy with the machine gun turns up. So if we can keep the snipers back until then, we should be
Yeah.
good. Sorry, keep the soldiers back until then. Okay, well that didn't work.
Speak of the devil.
Well, my bad was I put the mines too close together, so when the tripwire detonated, it also detonated the landmines.
Okay.
That was on me.
I
But
can
yeah,
make mine.
and I kind of like that no one knows exactly what the proto-molecule is for or what it was meant to do. Although I do like that the first thing they assume, like the first assumption they make, was that it is a weapon to be used to terraform Earth. That
I'm
it
not
was
going
a-
to say anything, because
No, don't say anything. I just like that that's their first instinct. Because from what we've seen of it, there's no real evidence of what it does or what it's for. But their first instinct was it is a weapon that was... And, I mean, maybe they don't believe this and they're just saying it to get their way. But the first thing we hear the conspirators say is that it is a weapon that was fired on Earth to destroy Earth. And it missed. And now we have to figure out what it is if we're going to have any hope of defending ourselves. And I'm like...
that's how they're
Painting this
pitching
as a
it.
defensive action seems kind of crazy to me.
Part of it is also the fact that it's like finding a machete. Oh, this is definitely a weapon. And you're like, fuck if
Yeah.
I know.
Is it though? What if I need to slice some cane? Like, what if I need to cut down some sugar cane? What if there are vines encroaching? Are you sure this is a weapon? Yeah,
Yeah.
like...
Can
if
it be
you would-
used as a weapon? Very
Yes.
much so.
So can a rock. But you can also build a house with a rock.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's the fascinating thing about the proto-molecule is they're like, well, we're going to find out all the uses for it by killing an entire station full of people with it.
No, they're testing out their theory, and they also
Yeah.
need a lot of
They
it,
need
the
a lot of biomass to let it work. Yeah.
yeah.
No, and that was they did make that clear that they need a huge amount of biomass, and as they say, yeah, there you can just have a tank of algae if you need biomass. They're like,
Hey.
no, we need to know how it works on humans. Oh, so this isn't just about seeing how it works and what it wants.
They're
You
testing their
also
theory
want to
that
see
it's a
how it
weapon.
works on
But
humans. Exactly.
I don't know. It reminds me of. Have you seen the new BattleTech ads?
No.
Um, I've been seeing them pop up on Imgur,
Yeah.
and they use the very old adage:
Okay.
"Meat is cheap. Save the metal."
Oh God, I can't wait for BattleTech.
Oh,
Yeah, we're
me
going to be
neither.
back here playing BattleTech in about 6 weeks, so be on the lookout for that. Oh,
I'm hoping it's going to be sooner than that.
I'm not getting it. I'm probably not getting an early copy. But oh, you think it's going to come out early in? You think it's going to come out early in April? I assume
Well,
they were
that's
going to
just
wait till
it.
the end of the month. It is weird that we're only a month away from it coming out, and they still don't have a specific date.
Yeah.
Like that is a little strange, guys. Like, come on, is it gonna kill you to just say it's coming out April 23rd? And then if you have to change the date a little, at least you will understand it. But why are you like being nebulous and saying it's coming out in April? Well, what is like that's April is 2 weeks away. How
You're
could you
just-
not know?
At this point, you're just being a cock tease.
Well, they know that there's a. I guess if one group of people know they can, it's the people holding back BattleTech from us. Especially when they're able to say that it is a finished game. Finally, that after all of these years, there really is a new BattleTech game, and that next year, fingers crossed, there will be a new MechWarrior game. You put those things together, and like, yeah, I'm ready for this.
Well, that's just it. I'm one of the Kickstarters, so I sat there and I'm like, okay, you take your time.
We'll
Just
get it
make
when
it
it's
good.
done.
Yep.
All right, hold on. Oh, boom! So I lined up my shot on the jumpy sniper, the Wraith,
Yep.
and as I was about to pull the trigger, he stepped in front of my scope.
Oh, damn.
No, it's fine because then I stepped to the right and he was still moving, so I wound up getting him. But it was the perfect moment of I'm about to shoot. Why is my scope blocked out as I move for the trigger? Oh God, this is it's a good sniper experience. Yeah, the new characters are very interesting. You get and you show there's even friggin' tensions on Mars.
Yeah.
There's even racial tensions on Mars between old Martians and new Martians. They don't like people who were born on Earth for good reason. But then again, the people born on Earth, they signed up for the military just like everybody else. So,
Yep.
although, who knows? Maybe there's people on Earth who's from Earth who are spies. Like, I don't know exactly how the intelligence services of Mars versus Earth work yet. All we've really seen is Earth's intelligence services.
Yeah. Well, part of the
So-
issue is, a lot of people, they want people, Mars wants people to emigrate from Earth. They want
Of
the
course.
people who are willing to work.
Yeah.
Because on Earth, you're basically, if you don't want to work,
That's fine.
because your housing, your food,
Your drugs.
your intoxicants, your fun Saturday night are paid for.
I did like the one thing is every time we've heard a reference by other people to Earthers, they always essentially talk about them being just stoned all the time.
Yeah.
That's the that's the impression we get of Earth citizens from the non-Earthers. I'm like, wow, they really don't they really aren't fond of them, are they?
They have a really low opinion of you guys.
And so I know, and I understand how Martians, they, as you say, they want people who are ready to build something.
They won't work.
But that doesn't mean that they aren't suspicious of Earthers, and as we've seen from a bunch of people, I mean, not jealous per se, but, you know, resentful of, it's like, how do you give up a beautiful planet like Earth, like, to come and do this? We were all born. Like, we're all here because we were born here. We're all here because we don't have a choice of being Martian. You're choosing to be Martian? So they're suspicious of it within that framework, too. Even though I'm sure they're happy to have more people help out with Mars, because they always need people. Why would you give up Earth?
Oh, part of it is, you know, there are people who actually want to do something with their lives and not just
be
loaf
idle.
about.
Well, yeah, and part of it, I think, I'm sure part of it is that, you know, if you can build something, like, there is a real drive, as we learned from the Wyndham Earle character, there's this drive to be part of something new and part of something bigger and better, because it's like, it's one thing to have inherited all of the wonders of Earth, it's another thing to build your own beautiful planet. You know, and that's, so you understand why they could still value that. And it's kind of a beautiful idea within the world of this really, in many ways, super dystopian show. Like, the dream of Mars is something I can actually see people getting behind. Because, especially since we don't really have a good sense of what the class system on Earth is. Like, you say that everyone can just be passive, but I have to assume that it's like, there are still people running things, there are still corporations, and there are still people...
there's a select group of citizens who have jobs. Yeah. Jobs are actually something that are sought after.
Yeah.
Because there's only a limited
There's an incredibly small amount of them, because everything's frigging automated, and everything is... well, it's like Judge Dredd, where everything is completely automated now. Because technology's that good, and you don't have to... most jobs don't need doing. Okay, this is bad. We're being attacked from all angles. Let's find... Hey, come over here. There's a good balcony to defend from.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't have any landmines.
A little bit of dynamite right here, just in case. A little bit over here. Oh, I almost got shot.
All right, I'm going to see if there's any snipers running around. I mean, I'm sure there are. All right, now I'm going to just start... Oh, there he is. Found him. Yeah.
Suicide bomber.
Yeah, like, I'm sure there must be a... Ah! 2 suicide bombers. That was almost very bad.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a class system, and I'm sure, like, there are people for whom, you know, the idea that their children could do well on Mars would be worth the risk of this, or their grandchildren, in fact, could do well on Mars, would be worth the prospect of this life full of toil in the inhospitable Martian domes. But then at the same time, you get the Martians who are like, who are just so baffled that anyone would, like, what does Earth care?
Well, there's also, it's something you saw previously.
Yeah.
With, specifically,
yeah.
With the interrogator, who's like...
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to bring up. Yeah. Who just has this beautiful moment. It's like what? Earthens fighting and killing, right, for this planet that's just a dust bowl.
Yep.
You know? It's like, you have oceans. You have Earth, and all you want is to control this, you know, dusty mine planet that we're just trying to make into something. Like, oh, that poor interrogator. I'm sad he got killed off right away, because I felt like, you know, he had more to offer. But I understand from a structure standpoint why he had to get killed off right away.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had an interesting point of view, and I would have liked to see more of him. Oh God, I hate these butchers with their with their MG42s. There we go. We gotcha. Okay, perfect. Wow, this guy just...
He's soaking up the punishment.
He really is, isn't he? He just doesn't want to die. So yeah, And of course, now and of course, like, I did enjoy the scene. What on earth is Joe thinking? Because I know he's not becoming a Mormon. So what the hell is this scene about? And then we find out what that scene is about right at the end of the third episode. What if we were to ram the biggest spaceship in history into Eros Colony? That would deal with that proto-molecule pretty well, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that might help.
And that might, in fact, get the job done. All right, so that's episodes 1 through 3 of season 2 of The Expanse. A really great start to the season. Everybody gets some great character moments. We got one really stellar action scene already. Like, they didn't make us wait for action.
One stellar extended action scene.
That just goes on and on. Yeah, it was great.
Oh man, it's so good. And this entire episode, I've just had to bite down on spoilers.
Okay.
I'm just like, oh. And the next block of 3 is actually going to be
very intense.
It's going to be very intense.
Okay, well, I'm going to watch that, and then we're going to watch Counterpart, and we'll be back here next week to talk about the new episode of Counterpart and episodes 4 through 6 of The Expanse. Do you have a quiz question you want to give people?
I take it we're going to do Expanse?
Oh, yeah. We're just talking Expanse this week.
Name 2 major characters from this season who are introduced. Specifically ones that get exactly 30 seconds of screen time, because there are 2 in this season.
So, wait, what do you mean exactly? So people who are just introduced this year?
Like, there's a couple of very passing meetings.
Oh, of characters who are going to be important next year.
And the year after. And the year after that.
So in 3 and 4 and 5. Okay.
Yeah.
So 2 bit players who are from season 2 who are going to be huge players going forward.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good quiz question. All right. So we will see you back here for that. For me, there's buttons coming up to find stuff. Is there anything you want to encourage people to watch?
I mean, I've been trying to get back into Occupied. Verdict's still out.
Okay.
But yeah, if you're looking for something that's very European, yet political, Occupied is pretty good.
Okay. Occupied. We will keep an eye on it.
Okay.
All right. And for me, I've got too much content for me to pitch somebody else's. It's ridiculous. Girls in Panzer is fantastic. It's high school girls driving Panzer tanks and shooting each other with Panzer tanks. I don't know what could be more entertaining than that. I certainly haven't found anything. So check out that video game.
Are they historically accurate Panzers?
They are.
No, they 4s, 5s.
The thing is, the rules of the game is you're not allowed. The rules of the sport is you're not allowed to use any tank that was made after 1945.
Ooh. I'm kind of down with this.
Go check out the Girls in Panzer videos. You're going to be quite on my channel. You're going to be quite impressed.
As I'm no longer a 14-year-old boy, I'm not really down with the Animus anymore.
This might get through to you though. This might get through to you.
All right.
All right. So yeah, we'll be back for more next week. But until then, au revoir.